Hello and happy Saturday, my sunny babes. Welcome back to my channel. I am doing a full face of powder today. So before we get into the tutorial, if you haven't already, you see why I'm looking at you. You know what I'm getting ready to say. Go ahead and subscribe. You know you want to. You watch my videos. Subscribe. It costs nothing. It's free 99. Just go ahead. Do it. Alright, let's get into the tutorial. So, I'm going to start by first just cleansing my face a little bit. This is normally something that I would do in the morning, so I did this morning. And I'm just using the micellar water from Garnier. I'm using the blue one. This one gets rid of everything. Waterproof mascara, all of it. And I'm just going ham on my face with this stuff. I'm using a cotton pad. You can use like a towel or whatever you like to use to remove your makeup. I like using little cotton pads because they're easy to just trash, but I do have some now that I'm getting that are going to be recyclable, which means I can wash them and not have a problem. So do that if you haven't already, just to save the earth a little bit more. Then I go in with moisturizer. This is the Clinique Dramatically Different Lotion. Now normally I use the gel, but I wanted a bit of a glowy routine, so I used the lotion. And most people probably hate glowy skin, but I love it. I think it looks so natural and so, like, when it sweats, you know, you don't look like rough and like matte skin. Sometimes looks a little more rough when you sweat, so that's why I like using glowy stuff. Because then when it's hot outside right now, so when it's glowy, I don't have to worry about it looking bad. I don't know what I was doing here, y'all. I was jamming. But moving on, we got our Smashbox Serene Greens primer water. I don't think they sell this one anymore, but you can get the primer water. It's pretty much the same thing. It's just scented. I'm sure they have another scented one coming out for the summer. This was the collab with the YouTuber 𝓗𝓮𝓵𝓵𝓬𝓵, and she made this one and I think a coconut one, and it was pretty nice. Just rubbing that into my skin. And now we're going to go into the 𝓗𝓭𝓵 sponge. And then I'm using the Bare Minerals Original Foundation. And I make sure this is damp, by the way. Otherwise, it's going to look like powder. So I like to wet my sponge and make sure it's like rinsed out and damp. And then I go in with my primer water. And then I pat it off on my hand after I put some of the foundation on. And it looks really, really nice. It actually looks more like a cream and like a skin finish. So that's why I like it a lot. And I just put this all over. The first time I did this, I was like kind of shook by it because I was like, oh, this powder is not going to end up looking like a cream. But it did, and it was bomb. As you can see, you can put this all over your face and get as much coverage as you like. I just like it to look like my skin, but better. So if you want more coverage, you probably could go into like a brush and get more coverage that way. Or you could use a sponge and just make sure that you're like adding more layers as you go. But again, to make this look more like cream, you want to make sure that it is water on the sponge. Otherwise, it looks like dry powder. And as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and finish the other side of my face. This part is sped up, and I did this on purpose. So if you have something that you are applying and you apply a little bit too much or it looks more matte, you can take your same little spray or any like water and just spray it on there and put it over that powder. So I kind of went ham on one side. And now I'm just going in with that same primer water and infusing it into the powder so that it looks very nice. And as you can see, I think it turned out really, really, really good. It looks like my skin, but better. I'm like beating myself with a sponge. Beat your face. Just putting this all over. And we're gonna let this dry. Don't just go straight into your bronzer and stuff. Let it dry. So now I'm using a Bobbi Brown powder, and I like using this to brighten the under eye a little bit. Now, I don't do this every day. It's quarantine time. I'm not even doing makeup every day, but when I do this, I only do it with like when I want to look nice and I add a little bit of something extra. Now, if you guys are new to my channel, you wouldn't know, I've been using this same 𝓬𝓭 powder for like a year and a half now. It is literally so good. They stopped selling it, so I only use it sparingly because I do not want to lose it forever. But it's my favorite bronzer. I just bought the new Fenty bronzer, so maybe I'll really enjoy that. I also have a Morphe bronzer that I bought, and I feel like that one's pretty good too, but nothing gives me this color that I like. It's just the right amount of warmth. It has perfect color of redness, but also enough neutral. So hopefully I find one that I like that's just as good as this one. Until that time, I'm going to keep using this. So now I use a highlighter out of this It's My Ray Ray palette. And I wanted to show you guys this because I want y'all to understand that you don't have to go and buy several things. Like, this palette has so many colors in it. It even has a darker color in it that you can use as bronzer. Like, you don't have to go and buy several palettes to get a look. Like, this one has so many colors. I use this color as a highlighting color, so I mean, you can totally use it for anything. I use the color Shining, by the way. It's like the first color in the palette on the left side. And look at it. I mean, it has so much coverage, and it's a beautiful color. It looks so pretty. Like sun kiss. I love it. And now moving on to setting spray. Setting spray is just going to make all this powder turn into a beautiful, beautiful array of, I like to call it sunshine, as you know. Look at that skin just glowing. Oh my gosh. And this setting spray, the mist is so wonderful. I had to dance. Alright, so just going back into my sponge, patting all that in. It's going to make it look more like skin when you pat it in. So I'm just taking the sponge and going back in there. And you guys, guess what? We are done. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know what I was doing here. Oh, fixing my hair. Okay. Trying, at least attempting. I just got so excited about everything. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you learned something from this video. Be sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!